Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of Trending Issues on Vanguard Live. My name is Precious Chukudi. I'll run with you the highlight of today's trend, and we have hashtag Jada, hashtag Dr. Fumilayo, hashtag Mauli, hashtag Genevieve Nnaji, and stories on Instagram. We have Regina Daniels react to a photo used by many to congratulate her on the birth of her son, as well as actress Shan George slams those who think people can't make it without them. We're going to go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll discuss further on this highlight. All right, welcome back. And if you're just joining us, it's still trending issues on Vanguard Live. Jada is trending. Okay, it turns out that there's a love triangle with Will Smith, Jada, and August Alsina. I mean, a lot of you know August Alsina. He's an artist and he's making quite a lot of interesting songs. But there's something very particular about this case, and that's the fact that Will Smith and Jada are in an open marriage, or say open relationship marriage or whatever. But then it's where let me explain how this is for you. It's when a couple decides that they want to be seeing other people while they are married, just to keep their relationship all spiced up so it doesn't look boring for them. I know my Nigerian men will not agree to this kind of thing, but some people, especially the white people, they see things differently from how we see these things, but it's what it is. So it turns out that Jada and August Alsina have been in a relationship for 4 years. I mean, 4 strong years. That 4 years now, if they had the child should have been calling mommy and daddy. In fact, the child should have started school and be doing a lot of wonderful things at this point. And she dumped him. Yeah, she dumped him. And the thing with this open relationship thing is that you are not supposed to fall in love with the person you are in the relationship with, because you're just supposed to be like a boy toy or a girlfriend, those kind of things. But you're not supposed to fall in love. You're just supposed to be. So it's a function of somebody's using you. I'll say using you, but you are voluntarily agreeing to be used. And August Alsina fell in love with Jada. What was he thinking? That Will Smith would leave Jada, or would allow Jada to move in with him, or will continue their life? It doesn't work like that. This is what it is. When you enter this kind of relationship, there are tendencies that you'll be the one that will be at the bad side of it at the end of the day. So if you want to enter open relationship or open marriage, it's up to you. But let's find out what people on Twitter streets think about this whole scenario. And this is from Omoni Israel. He says, in their open marriage, Jada was romantically involved with August Alsina, but there's not been a single record of who Will Smith is involved with. Well, this further proves that black men don't cheat. Oga, what's this one? Black men don't cheat, please. This is from Faith, and she says, the sex was so good, it made August comfortable with it. That nigga felt fulfilled. What is Jada doing to this man? Very sad, because he said something like he felt bad, he felt broken about the fact that the relationship had to end in that way. But it's what it is. This is from Badman Saif. Says August Alsina practically exchanged his music career for an open relationship with Will Smith's wife. This life no balance, sha. Exactly. This is from Young. Says, as you gave your take now, did Will Smith and Jada see it? But people are talking about it. And this is from the Igbo Wolf. He says, see the age gap between Jada and August. I'm glad you people are seeing this possible manipulation and vulnerability, even though he's legally an adult and can give consent. Remember this when you think it's okay for a 30 plus or 40 plus man to keep pursuing an 18-year-old girl. But they didn't force him. Did they force you? He was not forced. Like, it's something that he said. He walked up to Will Smith and spoke to him about it. He said, I want to be in a relationship with your wife, and Will Smith gave his blessings. I don't know how somebody I wonder how many Nigerian men will do this kind of thing. Imagine somebody telling you that they want to be in a relationship with your wife, and you say, okay, my son, go ahead with it, date your mother or date your auntie, you guys enjoy, and for 4 years you guys are dating. This is not something that will happen in Nigeria. So it's like more like cheating, but one of the partner is giving license to, like, "Ah, you can have fun." It's not something that Nigerian women will agree to, or even Nigerian men. Some Nigerian men is a deal breaker for them. If they catch you with any man, oh, that's the end. Not talk of the women, So that's what it is. I don't even see this kind of relationship happening in this country. It's not something that Nigerians will want to put their hands into, except for people who are very, very westernized and say there's nothing there, when you are married. But already, do people who get married, do they get bored when they are married and feel like they want to try other people? I'd like to find out. Let me know in the comment section. If you're married now, do you sort of feel bored sometimes and be like, oh, I've been married to this person and I keep seeing this person's face. I want to keep seeing other people. Is this an option for you? Is this something you're willing to try? Please let me know in the comment section, as I would like to read your response on that one. So away from that one, we move to Dr. Olufunmilayo. And yesterday, I gave you the story of how Dr. Fumi was trending because a girl called him out for sexual abuse. And today, the doctor came out and gave his own side of the story. It's a long episode. If you want to read more of that one, you might have to go to Twitter and look for the hashtag Dr. Olufunmilayo. But I'll just give you a rundown of what happened. And he was talking about how he has been talking to this girl in November 2019, and he was like, okay, come to the abroad, and she came. And at first it wasn't easy for her to come, denied visa, and then finally was successful. And then all of a sudden, one night they got tipsy and they had sex, and they told themselves this is not going to happen again. And that time again, they had sex. So it's a constant feeling of, okay, I had sex today, I'm sorry, I feel bad, I don't want to have sex anymore. And then another time, and they stay in the same house, and although they don't live in the same room. She has her own personal room and he has his. And so he was basically saying that, after what happened between them, the girl was sending him messages and saying that I didn't give my consent on what happened. And it's like, I don't know what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that I raped you or what? Because for what I know, we both were drunk and we had sex, which is bound to happen when people get drunk. So it's not a function of I forced myself on you. But that's his own version of the story, because the girl has her own version of the story, which she said he sexually abused her. But we don't know what the story is until there are proper investigations into this story. People are coming out a lot to, say a lot of things. But I also want to ensure that, tell people right now, if you know somebody did not rape you, don't come out and say they raped you. It's bad because of you feel like you're trying to get back at someone, you just call them out for raping you when you guys had consensual sex. You volunteered and said, okay, I want to have sex with you, or it's something that happened as a result of the rave of the moment. You guys were tipsy and you had sex. That's just what it is. So, but if you come out saying that somebody raped you, you should have proof. You should have proof. Don't just come out and say that somebody raped you because you're trying to, follow up on somebody who did something bad to you or did you death, and you feel like you want to come back at that person. But let's take what people on Twitter have to say on that one. And this is from Sega Links. It says, this is one case too many. It is time to protect the men from criminal defamation by deranged souls and toxic individuals seeking whom to destroy in order to climb socially. This particular one should be a class action suit by victims of this same lady. Hashtag Dr. Olufunmilayo. And there's also a report that this same lady, her ex-boyfriend, said she blackmailed him after they broke up. So you see, I don't think that, that guy would come out and say whatever he say, because the matter is not a small matter. It's a very big one. So if he's saying she blackmailed him, he also has to come forward with proof. She also has come forward with proof, and Dr. Olufunmilayo too has come forward with proof. Let the truth, prevail. That's what it is. And because if they are accusing her and saying that she has blackmailed her ex-boyfriend and she's also on to him, then it might be a case of, someone who is really damaged and trying to get back at someone who did her dirt, or she's aggrieved about something that must have happened in the course of their relationship. And this is from Omidana. Benny. It says a summary of Dr. Olufunmilayo's thread. Bola and Fumi met on Twitter. Bola and Fumi dated. Bola is at the UK for a visit and she's not recognized as a doctor in UK. They had sex for the first time in the UK but were both drunk when it happened. Bola said she did not give him consent. Meanwhile, they were both drunk and enjoyed it together. They settled and had sex again. It was consensual. This time around, they both enjoyed it. She started seducing him time without number. He felt uncomfortable and reported her to his friends squatting with him. She felt he wasn't interested anymore and wanted to leave, but he begged her to stay because of the pandemic. She was always reckless, dirty, and always angry. She was always farming his car and house, took pictures to flaunt on the gram. He wasn't ready for regular knacks, kept his distance and she always got mad. He liked an anti-bleaching documentary post on the gram and did a thread on it. She got triggered and accused him of spoiling her bleaching soap and cream business and restricting her from using his Wi-Fi. She packed and left his house. Meanwhile, she has been seeing other men when she was still with him. People always say bad things about her, no good comment. She also blackmailed the last guy she dated. He asked proof of everything, including reports from her ex. He apologized to everyone. He didn't sexually molest her or anything. He promised not to say anything about the matter anymore. We shall meet in court. To God be the glory. Yeah, I think it's high time, when somebody calls you out and says you did this to them, if you have proof, just take the matter to court. Let it be solved there, because this is not a function of how people just call people anyhow and call people out just for their own personal gains and whatnot. All right, we move straight to a very interesting one, Big Brother reunion. So something has been happening in this reunion, and Diane, Maoli, Gavor with Elozonam, they are the love triangle people this time around. And we all know how Elozonam came into the house, and Diane was like, oh my god, this boy is so handsome, and she was trying to get on with him, but it turns out that we are just trying to see if this their ship will sail in the house or whether it will sail outside. They left the house, came out, and they had this Big Brother after party that's for people, reunion for all the housemates after the show ended. And Diane and Elo were there. Diane invited Maoli Gavor. He's an actor, by the way. Invited him to the party. Maoli came to the party, and Diane was with Elo. Before he came, Diane and Elo were having conversations. According to Elo, she wasn't listening. She was texting Maoli until he arrived. Maoli came. He knows Elozonam. They're talking, and Elozonam is like, no, because he already knows that Diane has a special, crush on this guy. He comes. He drinks Elozonam's drink. Next thing, him and Diane are out of the place, and they are maybe talking somewhere, or they've even gone. Elozonam is there waiting for Diane, waits for a long time. And people are talking about it that, hey, God, what is this one that is happening like this? Let's see what they are saying on Twitter streets. This is from Kennedy of Lagos. He says, the part I'm confused about is why Maoli drank from Elo's cup at the party Diane invited him to. I mean, he drank from the cup, shaked him and left with his babe. Almost feels like players tapping each other out during a substitution. Exactly. Like when the football match is going on and they say, oh, Neymar is coming in, another player is going out, how they just shake themselves and they are going in. That's how it feels like. But Diane already has a special crush on this guy, and I understand how Elo feels. It's a very sad one. Let's see this is from Princess. It's low-key, can't blame Diane. Maoli once smiled at me at Landmark Beach, and I momentarily forgot I was with someone. People of the world, if you see this guy, is completely buffed, chocolate skin, as in, what they say, chocolate caramel toppings. That's how Maoli is like. And how girls will always be like, this guy is too cute, he's too fine, see all the biceps and triceps popping, all these kind of things. I guess that's one of the reasons why he's Diane's favorite. This is from Rovafe. He says on his way to that Big Brother Nigeria finally party, Maoli must have been playing no be you I carry come, but now you I go carry go. Sisi I carry go. Yeah, your way. Knowing fully well that Diane would be going home with him that night, despite coming to the party with Elozona. Women are what? Please hold on to that one. That's your own. I understand how you feel. Like imagine going for a party with a guy. Let me even speak of it from my own perspective as a lady. Imagine going to a party with a guy and suddenly you invite another girl who you know in your heart of heart that the guy is crushing on this girl, and suddenly the guy leaves you at the party and goes to this babe and you're stranded. Hey, you feel like the whole world is on your head. You feel like wherever this guy is, oh, what will happen to him? He has not seen it. You know, you rant, you talk about it with your friends and all of that, and now it happens to Elo. It's very bad when you have that kind of experience, especially when it's someone that you really like and you are hoping that you have a relationship with this person. Alright, this is from King. He says, Maoli go dey text Diane say, this is what I was trying to avoid. Now your man is everywhere talking. And she's going to be like, he's not really my man like that. You know it is you I feel for. Well, people are really savage. And this is from Angelina. Says, men are their worst enemy. Judas kissed Jesus. Maoli drank from Elo's cup. But really, when you think about it, the fact that the guy came to the party and just greeted him as a guy alpha, and then picks his drink and drinks it, and then takes his woman. See the nerve. I mean, some guys will just be reasoning this thing like, I bring my woman come party, another guy come drink my drink, come carry my woman, they go house. It's a very funny situation. You know, it can just go crazy. And then this is tweet blog that says, Messi's facial expression is everything. That moment you know your friend has fumbled. We ladies can relate to that look. You know, Diane did Elozonam dirty, and it's the truth. You know, me, I can relate to that kind of thing. It's very painful. I know how the guy would have been feeling. But away from these Big Brother people, let's move straight to our darling princess, Genevieve Nnaji. Genevieve is trending because she has been appointed as an Oscar Academy Award voting member. Mama, totally for you. Alright, she and also a Nigerian, Akin Omotoso, have both been appointed as Oscars Academy Award voting member. And let me take this one. She replies and says, I'm honored to be a member of the family. Thank you at the Academy. And the Academy says, say hello to our brand new class of Academy member. And that's Genevieve. It's a very good one. This is from Jockey. Says, I saw the name of our African pride on the list and started beaming with joy. She's the standard. Genevieve Nnaji, the great. Congratulations to her. That's a very good one. So we're moving on to stories on Instagram. And we know how, like, was it some few days back, Regina Daniels gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. But then the picture of the baby that we have been seeing, she has come out to debunk the rumor and say, that's not my child. I mean, the picture you have been seeing is just a random child that somebody has put the child's picture and is surfacing it online as my own child. That is not my child. And she says, this is not my child. I have been seeing this picture of this cute baby everywhere as my child, but please, this isn't my baby. Especially because the baby, she just gave birth. I don't know if she'll really be interested in taking a picture of her child and posting it on the ground almost immediately. So she has debunked it and said that's not her child. But let's see what people are saying. This is from Nengi. She says, Nigeria, it's your baby, we don't dash you. This is from Juliana. Says, I don't know why I find this very funny, especially because some people are too lazy. Somebody gives birth, put a picture and say, congratulations. No, you don't have the picture of our child. Why are you now carrying pictures of someone else's child and posting it as her own child? For some other person will now sue her for child theft picture, those kind of things. And this is from Shalom Tio. Say, Pikin and Pikin between. This baby looks cute. Exactly, the baby is very fine, but it doesn't really mean that it's her child. I mean, if it's not her child, it's not her child. And then this is from Lily Jane. Says, child na child, oh, make una let her rest, her beg. And another person says, they still won't hear you, sis. How can I worship God and still worship? Okay, so let's take this one from Shan George. There's a video of Shan George that will be played right now. So you hear what Mama the Mama has to say.
See if they be you like say without you person no go make am or without you that thing wey person want do person no go do am make I tell you you dey waste your time. You no be God o, you no be person God o, and you no go ever be anybody God. You hear me? So God is still God. See if they be you like say without you person no go make am or without you that thing wey person want do person no go do am make I tell you you dey waste your time. You no be God o, you no be person God o, and you no go ever be anybody God. You hear me? So God is still God.
All right, welcome back. That was Shan George saying, people say, oh, I just sit down and I just think to myself, imagine if, man was to be God. Imagine if you had to meet a fellow man and say, I want this to happen, and you know how your life would have really been, because it's really so there's some things that you sometimes you find yourself in some very certain situation and you're like, if this person was now God, what would have happened? Will I be able to survive like this? Because we human beings can actually be very wicked to our own selves. To other people, we can be wicked like that. And she just came out and said, well, if you think that people cannot make it without you, sorry. They will make it. They will do well. You are nobody. She came out and said that one. So let's see what people are saying. And this is from Property Link. Says, I love this. Nobody is indispensable. And this is from Miriam. She says, thank God, oh, God is not a man, or else voila for day. Exactly. There's some people that will say, oh, don't worry, you don't know who I am. If I deal with you, if I show you who I am, oh, you will not believe it. So when you imagine those kind of people who say those kind of statements, if they were to be God, it means that a lot of people would have just gone, because they will make sure that they make you feel who they really are. And this is from Shalom Tio. Says, very true. No one holds the key to another person's destiny. God can use anyone. Exactly. God can really use anybody for anyone. So if you are there feeling like you have it all, and nobody is beneath you, or nobody is above you, or you can control and then rub it on people, treat people badly, make them feel less of themselves, this is a note to you from Shan George. People will live without you. God is there for them. That's what it is. So that's what our mama was saying, Shan George. I want to take some response on our page and see what some of us are saying on the group. Okay, so let's see this one. All right, there's a bit of network issues, but then just let me know what you think about what I've been saying since. Can you, as a man, a Nigerian man, be open to having your partner have a boy toy? As a man, will you, if your wife tells you, okay, baby, we've been dating for a long time, or we've been married for a long time, let us have another extra, let me have another extra lover, so this relationship will not be boring, or this marriage will not be boring, would you allow it? Would you say, okay, it's fine, you can have a boyfriend, or you can have a boy toy, that kind of thing? Is it something that you're going to permit, or as a man? And let me know concerning the Elozonam and the Diane issue of how you carry babe come, another guy comes and takes your drink and carry your woman. As a guy, would you like that kind of thing, or what would be your response really to that kind of situation if it happens to you, that you bring a babe over and that guy comes and carries the babe home? On top say the babe they crush on now. Let me know what you think on that one still. So remember that you can equally like, share and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen, as well as drop your comments. Let me take your comments, because I would like to see more of your comments on our trending issues topic. And you can find more of our top stories on our website www.vanguardngr.com. Until I come your way next time, my name is Precious Chukudi. Thank you for watching.